Have you ever heard the term black on black crime? So like you think about black on black crime, and I hate that it always runs to, oh well, I see a lot of Black Lives Matter only coming out when these are comments that I read on people's statuses that say this. I see a lot of people that comment about black people getting killed because of racial, and we do good to stand up for that, but what about the black on black crime? That usually comes up in a discussion when we're talking about someone being killed for what color they are. It's sad, both are true. Like, there is black on black crime. There's a lot of it. There is racial crime. There is people getting killed because of what prejudice that person may hold. But then you think about, like, if you go into the urban community, we're hurting in a lot of areas as far as, like, we're hurting financially, we're hurting our environment. Like, we have lots of, we see a lot of tragedy. We have a lot of drugs in our community. We have a lot of poor attitudes about certain things that does affect us in making decisions or just prospering in a good way. Not to say all, I'm not saying all, but like when you go into the urban community, you see a lot of negative mentality just by like what we see. You think about drug dealers. I come from Detroit, where I've been around drug dealers. I've been around where it was piles of coke, like or it was just lots of everything, like crack rocks, right on the table. I'm like 15 or 16 years old, so like I understand like the drug mentality. I understand like when people come from the hood and they step out of it, they think like, man, this is what we got to do to change, or this is what we have to do to prosper, so to speak, as a community, as black people in general. But if like when I think of it in that way, we kind of umbrella and we put every black person under that, like under the telescope, like, hey, no more black on black crime. Well, that's almost not possible, because people are gonna kill like we're sinners. Death has been here since Adam and Eve. You know what I mean? Like, there has been lots of things that are still here. White people still kill white people. Asians kill Asians. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody has that same dilemma, so to speak. But it only comes up in the black community when we're trying to. Well, it only comes up in a discussion when it comes with black people, when we're trying to fight racial crime. But I do think it would help if the black community like cleaned up a lot of things in the society, like in our area, in the urban area. If we were able to, go to homes and help build up families, or start getting fathers to be fathers, start getting kids to be kids again, to learn, to education, all these kind of things. There's so many areas where we can hit and we can prosper, and you think about like, hey, that's what we need to do. I'm less on the black on black crime, and the reason why I'm less on it, because, and this is what I tell people, like I want to tell people because I haven't been able to argue on Facebook for a while, and so I've been bottled up and I can't even type. And so,
dude, I want to hear about, I'm going to ask you about an image that bothered you on social media. You're going to have to share it.
And so one of the comments that, like I said, one of the comments always happens, like, oh, so what? Black people are killing black people all the time. And like, do you understand what that says? That says it's okay to kill another black person, because guess what? There's a lot of black on black crime going on anyway. So one less. That's basically what you're saying when it comes to, like, when people are like, hey man, like that was illegal, like you shouldn't have killed him. you could have just arrested him, or you could have, like, why'd you stop him, or like, why was it a traffic stop that led to a death? You know, and so they're like, well, it's black on black crime, and I'm like, that's a terrible way to, you know, come at that. So it frustrates me when it comes to certain things. It frustrates me with that when people make ignorant statements when it comes to how terrible the urban life is. It is bad. Like, people that live in the urban area can testify and say, hey, it's rough out here. It's bad. Like, black people killing black people. But why can't it be people killing people?